Hey, YouTube world, what's going on? The title of this video, as you could say, just be careful. As in, be careful of just information and stuff that you see out there, especially now, all social media. Look, it's addicting. Probably the most addicting thing, you know, there is. Yeah, whether it's probably more addicting than hardcore drugs or sex or I mean, I'm trying to think of anything other things, certain medication, any bad vices though. It's social media. I mean, what I'm doing right now. I'm posting this on YouTube, but just be careful because when an so-called influencer or somebody that's got a big following says something and states something, when you have a big following, you're also gonna have a lot of people that are gonna be like, "Ooh, they said this and that. I should do this or that," and or "Oh, they said that. Yeah, it must be true. This or that." One of the things was, and I'm not gonna name this person just because they don't need that attention and they're not gonna get any attention from me. But it was a little while back when they hearing walking is not an exercise. I disagree, and I think the person that said that is full of shit. You need more fiber in your diet because walking is an exercise. So when you get to a certain age and point in life, I mean, that is going to be back to the form of your exercise, though. What was one of the first things you would learn how to do when you were born? When you were looking, seeing, smelling, touching, feeling, all these senses, as we were babies. And then, started grabbing things using your hands, feet, and this and that. And then when you weren't, your mother or your father, whoever was, taking care of you, and you were just by yourself, what were you doing? You started crawling, moving. And what was the second thing right after you crawled that you started to learn to do? Yep, stand up and walk. The first things. It's almost like with life. It's just you start doing these things, they get to a certain point, and then you almost go back to doing those things again, though. But walking is an exercise, though. Always has, always will be, though. So the person that said that, I mean, yeah, I think they're full of shit, but they also got to realize that it showed me that I don't think they've ever been through any hardship in life, or they know someone that got that have gone through a hardship in life. Like, how can you say walking is not an exercise? How? I don't get that. Like, people have changed their lives drastically through walking. You know, walking is a remedy for a lot of things, especially in the medical field. I mean, didn't Kaiser Permanente, like 15 years ago or so, did a documentary just on walking and how it transformed so many people's lives and the studies that goes. It's just because it's like something so simple and easy to do, and it's just like I was like, oh, it can't just be just a magic pill, this or that. Like no way, no walking, no. Well, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Just I don't know. I guess people are going to say whatever they want to say, and others are just going to be like, yeah, yeah. But no, walking is an exercise because, God forbid, something happen to you, get in a bad car accident or injury, illness or something, and rehab is part of your thing that you got to rehabilitate to get back to where you were before. I mean, you got like sports injury, whatever. Let's say you were partially paralyzed and now you got to relearn how to do things. Walking is part of that process. All right? Just don't sit here and tell me that it's not. All right? So the individual that said that, well, I haven't looked back to see if that video is still there or not. But the thing is, walking is an exercise, though. Don't let anybody, even including myself, doesn't let anybody say otherwise, though. Always has, always will be. You learn as a baby, though. If you get lucky, and make it past 90 plus, trust me, when you're walking, it'll benefit you though. Other than that, if anybody says otherwise negative about it, like I said, they need more fiber in their diet, and it's just nonsense. All right. But I know I'm venting and I'm this and that and blah, 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 but I just had to get this information out of my chest. All right. Got much love for y'all. And like I said, as the title of the video, be careful. All right. Peace.